You know that feeling every teenager is supposed to get when they finally get their driver's license? That feeling of freedom and agency in one's own life that only the mythical form of the automobile is supposed to bestow? I never understood that. I always felt like a car would be a huge burden, with gas and insurance and maintenance. Not to mention that a car is a heavy piece of machinery that could easily kill you or another person. Cars being a symbol of freedom never quite worked for me. I finally got that feeling of agency and independence when I was 22 and I got my first road bike. Sure, I'd had bikes before. Growing up in Sacramento, which is very flat, I always had a cruiser with big fenders and back pedal brakes. I even had a blue Stingray with a banana seat and streamers on the handlebars. But none of these could really get me very far from home, and I would never ride at night. I brought my Kelly Green Schwinn Suburban from the 70s with me to Berkeley while I was going to school there. But I quickly discovered that even with 10 speeds, the big, steel step-through frame was way too heavy to get up to where I lived at the very top of campus. Then I found my miracle bike on Craigslist shortly after graduating. It was a white Trek 1000 with red accents. It was light and fast and could get me up almost any hill I tried to tackle. I named it Superbike because it made me feel like I was flying when I would ride it down through the Berkeley hills, and gave me a feeling of invincibility when I powered through the city streets of Oakland. My friends and I would ride together to the Berkeley Marina and along the frontage road to Emeryville, up to Tilden Park, out to downtown Oakland, or through San Francisco to the Golden Gate Bridge. I had never felt so free to go wherever I wanted, whenever I wanted before in my life. Before, I never knew where anything was unless AC Transit told me which bus to get on. But now I have an ever-growing map in my mind of all the places I can get to on my bike. I still use my green Schwinn for buying groceries, or giving my friends rides on the rack Dutch girlfriend style. But when I want to feel the wind blowing through my hair and the freedom of the open road, I take my road bike out for a ride.